products, and a link if you want to join me in my mission to help educate the world about the importance of nutritional supplementation. You can click on that Join Now link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com. You can also call Phyllis and Andy or Debbie or Nasima at 866-735-2470. They can tell you all about the longevity products or the longevity business. That's 866-735-2470. Our number today on the bright side, and our number every day on the bright side, is 866-582-9933. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, or if you want to know about the longevity products, give us a shout, 866-582-9933. Got a letter here from Lee, who says he's just started taking the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. He feels great. His wife is 5 months pregnant, and they're prescribing prenatal vitamins for her. She wants to know if it's okay to take the BTT instead of the prenatals. On the label, it says to consult a doctor before taking if you're pregnant. That is a kind of a legal disclaimer. It's not a big deal. I wouldn't necessarily take the BTT instead of the prenatals. And by the way, the BTT is not a multiple vitamin. It doesn't have everything you need and everything you need in the right amounts, but it's a great way to give your body a nice, steady state, low-level influx of nutrients throughout the day. You're still going to need to take a multiple vitamin, though. And if you're pregnant, you still want to take a prenatal vitamin. Prenatal vitamins are made with folic acid and other nutrients that are important for a developing fetus. So the BTT does not replace a multiple vitamin. It doesn't replace a prenatal vitamin, but it's a great way to saturate your tissues throughout the day with nutrients. So many times we snack on foods in the middle of the day because our body is craving nutrition. Our body isn't really craving calories, folks. It's a rare occasion when your body is in need of calories. For most of us, we got plenty of calories stored on our guts and on our butts and on our thighs and on our legs. But what we're really looking for is nutrition. And by drinking nutrients, whether it's soups or juices or the Beyond Tangy Tangerine throughout the day, your body has the nutrients it needs, so it's not going to need to snack as much. And that's why people lose weight when they're on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. The BTT is not a weight loss product per se, but because it supplies you with nutrients, it gives your body all of these nutrients, over 115 different nutrients in this thing. Throughout the day, you'll feel less hungry, and that's how you lose weight. You don't want to be focusing on weight loss as a goal. You want to be focusing on health as a goal, and then the weight loss will come naturally. That's what the BTT does for you. Thanks for writing, Lee. Have your wife stay on the prenatals, but you can still use the BTT throughout the day. All right, continuing our talk on the importance of vitamin B12, the importance of all the B vitamins for lowering heart-toxic homocysteine. Vitamin B12 deficiency has been called the hidden epidemic because when you're deficient in vitamin B12, it can show up as almost any health crisis, especially neurological diseases, neurological pathologies, nerve issues, neuropathies, brain issues, heart issues, circulatory issues, blood issues, anemias, and elevated homocysteine. You need to have bile to absorb vitamin B12. If you've had a gallbladder removed and you have a problem storing bile, if you have a liver issue and you're not making biles effectively, and this is very, very common, you are at risk for lower vitamin B12, especially elderly folks who almost always are going to have digestive issues around bile or the gallbladder or the liver. Also, vitamin B12 requires a protein called intrinsic factor, or IF. Intrinsic factor is made in the upper part of the stomach. If you have gastritis or you have any stomach issues, you may not be making this intrinsic factor. And once again, elderly folks are at high risk. Digestive impairment of elderly folks is one of the most important health crises of our times. If your parent or your grandparent is dealing with any health challenge, whether it's a brain or nervous disorder or Alzheimer's disease, something as mild as forgetfulness or mild confusion, if your parent or grandparent is dealing with a circulatory problem, if they're dealing with a heart issue, please, 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 at least think about digestive wellness. If there's anything affecting the intestine or the stomach or the liver or the pancreas, especially if it's going on for a while, the odds of a vitamin deficiency, the odds of any nutritional deficiency, including and especially vitamin B12 deficiency, increases dramatically. Intrinsic factor is a protein that's made in the stomach. It attaches to vitamin B12 in the intestine, and then that vitamin B12 is absorbed into the blood. If there's autoimmune diseases, autoimmune issues, you can run into problems making intrinsic factor. Intrinsic factor is a protection molecule. It protects vitamin B12 from being destroyed by stomach acid. And speaking of stomach acid, B12 deficiency can also happen if you're not making enough stomach acid, a condition that's technically called hypochlorhydria. Hypo for low, chlorhydria for hydrochloric acid. Hypochlorhydria, low hydrochloric acid secretion out of the stomach is remarkably common. If you're dealing with gastritis or post-operative stomach condition, or God forbid if you've had part of your stomach removed, the likelihood of stomach acid deficiency is even greater. Stomach acid is really, really, really important stuff. In addition to helping break down food, especially protein, stomach acid also activates enzymes, which themselves are important for breaking down protein. Vitamin B12 is the only vitamin that can't be obtained from plants or sunlight. It's only made by bacteria that live in the ground or in the guts of animals. Algae and ocean microbes are also sources of vitamin B12, but mostly vitamin B12 is found in protein foods. Vegetarians would be well advised to supplement with vitamin B12 or eat lots of algae. Vitamin B12 is associated with animal protein. There's no B12 in vegetarian foods. If you're a vegetarian, please make sure you're getting your vitamin B12 from either plankton or algae kinds of foods or supplemental vitamin B12. If you don't have stomach acid or you have a stomach acid deficiency, you're going to have a problem digesting protein. You're going to have a problem releasing vitamin B12 from food. And your vitamin B12, this super important nutrient, is likely to remain unabsorbed. All of this is to say, people, that without stomach acid being produced in sufficient quantities, without bile acid being produced in sufficient quantities, without several important digestive mechanisms being functional, malnourishment in terms of vitamin B12 is a likely result. Vitamin B12 deficiency is a likely result if there are any digestive issues. And by the way, given this country's obsession with antacids, the number one best-selling drug, over-the-counter drug, and a best-selling prescription drug too, is an antacid drug. How ironic is the fact that 10 to 15% of the population is actually hypochlorhydric, and 50% of the over 60 population, people over 60 years of age, are not producing enough stomach acid. One of the reasons for this is the unfortunate fact that too little stomach acid, the symptoms of too little stomach acid actually mimic the symptoms of too much stomach acid. That's an interesting irony in terms of digestive health. All right, we'll cover that when we come back from our break. I am Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. Our number is 866-582-9933. We'll be back right after this break. Don't go away.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Jessica Armand here, creator of My Magic Mud, the all-natural teeth whitener and strengthening remedy that's getting rave reviews from GCN listeners. Here's what Austin dentist Dr. Griffin Cole has to say about it.
I really love this Magic Mud product. Because charcoal is so absorbent, it's very effective at taking off all the sticky plaque and debris that gets stuck on our teeth every day. I highly recommend My Magic Mud.
Visit mymagicmud.com to hear the full interview with Dr. Cole. Get your jar today. That's mymagicmud.com.
Hey folks, this is Larry Crisp for BabyBoomerBackupPlan.com. I'm sure you know, this economy sucks. We all realize that the American economy is tremendously unstable right now and will likely get much worse. There's monumental debt, government bailouts, stock and real estate bubbles that are primed to pop at any moment, which can flush away most or all of your retirement savings. This type of movement has enormous consequences. Virtually zero sectors of the economy are hiring and workforce participation is at record blows. Financial trouble is right here at our doorstep. But if you move right now and develop a backup plan immediately, this could be the most profitable time of your life. Proportionately, more millionaires were created during the Great Depression than at any time in our history. Get my free report at babyboomerbackupplan.com or call 888-507-8789 for my free report. 888-507-8789 and prepare to profit as history repeats itself.
Moms of America, stand up and stop taking abuse from your kids.
I pledge never to let my kid disrespect me ever again.
I pledge to stop letting my daughter walk all over me.
I pledge to stop living in fear of my son's anger.
I pledge never to feel like a bad parent ever again. Because I'm not.
I pledge to stop letting my child's behavior control my home.
I pledge to be a mom with kids who listen, a total transformation mom.
I'm Janet Lehman, co-creator of the Total Transformation Program. We created the Total Transformation to help parents with difficult child behavior. Now I'm giving it away free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. We'll let you keep it for free.
Call 1-800-256-7795. That's 1-800-256-7795. Call now. Call 1-800-256-7795. That's 1-800-256-7795.
At 30dayfoodsupply.com, you can now purchase a one-of-a-kind product not available anywhere else. A meatless burger dry mix in 4 delicious flavors. With our new Oregon Trail Foods vegan burgers, all you do is add water and fry. They need no refrigeration. They're packaged in Mylar bags with an oxygen absorber for a long shelf life. They're non-GMO. They're gluten, soy, nut, and chemical-free, but they're loaded with flavor. And a good source of carbs and protein, yet low in sodium. Flavors include Italian, spicy Mexican, 6 vegetable, and black bean olive. Go to 30dayfoodsupply.com or call 541-229-0010 and order today. Eat them every day, take them camping, or save them for an emergency. Check them out at 30dayfoodsupply.com and click on the vegan burger icon. That's 30dayfoodsupply.com, where all of our products are produced in Oregon by Oregon Trail Foods. 30dayfoodsupply.com.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective. Free from the shackles of corporate America, we're the place for independent thinkers. GCN.
Welcome back to the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Our number is 866-582-9933. Got a line open for you. If you want to learn more about the longevity products, you can go to my website, brightsideben.com. Click on the Join Now link, and somebody will get back to you with information about the products. You can also purchase anything you hear us talk about on the program off the shopping cart, or you can call Phyllis and Andy or Debbie or Nasima or Frank or Danette at 866-735-2470. We're talking about, we've been talking about nutritional alternatives to nasty cardiovascular drugs, calcium channel blockers and beta blockers and diuretics, all the drugs that they give you for helping protect the heart, blood thinning drugs. And what I found over the last 30 years, almost 30 years since I first started going to pharmacy school, what I found is you don't need these kinds of drugs for taking care of your heart. Most heart issues, most circulatory issues are secondary to digestive problems and nutritional deficiencies in much the same way that almost all health issues are secondary to the digestive system and nutritional deficiencies. If you're interested in getting off your cardiovascular meds, there's wonderful nutritional alternatives. We've talked in the past about using vitamin E and CoQ10 and arginine and taurine, and in the future we'll be talking about vitamin C and magnesium and selenium. The last couple of days we've been talking about lowering homocysteine. Vitamin B12 is one of the most important nutritional supplements you could ever use for lowering homocysteine, but absorbing B12 out of the gut is somewhat complicated. You need to have intrinsic